This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com. Hello everybody, it's your old pal Rob. So you're a miniature gamer, okay? And, well, you know, the biggest dog in town hasn't really lit things on fire as of lately. So you're looking for other options. So, myself, I love the miniature game. And it doesn't matter who, as long as they have a lot of really cool things that I can check out. And maybe there's some places that you may not know about, or some things you may not know about. But I wanted to point out a couple of really good companies that you can take a look at and possibly use as a different option. Now, one company that really stands out, and I'm really always taken back by, is Mantic. Yes, the people who did Hellboy and Dungeon Saga, as well as Star Saga. Star Saga was really good. You know, if you're a fan of Man of War and the old style fantasy, well, you want to know something. Armada is really cool. This is Empire of the Sun starter box. It just came out recently. And if you've seen, I've painted up a whole bunch of this stuff, and it reminds me a lot of Man of War. It has a lot of potential. It uses the Black Sea rules and is really, really good. Another thing that Mantic puts out is a game called King of War. Now, I haven't had a chance to get into it, but I think I'm going to invest pretty heavily into it. It has that old world feel to me, and you know, I do like the rank and file stuff a lot. So it's something I really want to take a look at, because I'm very nostalgic for the old feel of things and stuff like that, and they're constantly putting out new stuff. If you are a Warhammer Quest fan, well, you know something? Dungeon Saga isn't that bad. It really is pretty good, and it might be something that might be up your alley. Mantic has put out a lot of great games. Star Saga, for instance, which I think was a lot of fun, and I have everything for, and I probably should do more stuff with it. But really, really nice and fun game, and something that I think you should check out. But they're not the only company out there. Mantic does a fantastic job. A company that I've really been getting into is called Cradle Studios. Take a look at what they're starting to do. First of all, you have Wild West Exodus, which is absolutely phenomenal. I really enjoy everything. I'm putting together a bunch of buildings right now, as well as a bunch of sets to kind of do like an Old West kind of all-out battle, which just seems pretty cool when you really think about it. But they also have taken over some miniatures that I thought were really fantastic in the day. A company that has gone out of business within the last couple of years, and that's Spartan Games. Dytopian Wars is a just a game that I always really enjoyed. Battle at the High Sea, kind of like Armada, with a kind of steampunk feel to it. And it's where many years ago I learned about exploding dice. It was a really unique, the models were fantastic, and it was a really different type of game system, a lot of fun. It just, I don't know what happened to it, but this company, Cradle Studios, you're going to want to check that out. And we're going to be building some of that very soon, and I think you'll really enjoy that. Another company that does, that's really been blowing me away, and I got the box apart because I've been putting everything together, but I kind of want to show you from Weird Miniatures. I did a review on some of their stuff, but you know what really has impressed me is Malifaux and The Other Side. This Alliance box is so well done. Nothing to put together. I know that's part of the hobby, putting it together, poses and stuff like that. But sometimes it's just nice to have something where you don't have to glue a whole bunch of stuff. Just get it, paint it, get it to the table, and let's battle it out. Their system is very, very good, very solid. It's been redone a few times, but I think this latest version from Weird Miniatures has been absolutely fantastic and spot on. And I have to tell you, I've been very, very impressed with this, and I'm looking forward to some live playthroughs that we're going to hopefully be doing in the next coming months for sure. One man, there's only so much I can paint, but we do try to get it done so we can get it here on the table. Some other really great companies that I think you should keep your eyes on. Warlord. Warlord Games, they've done a Doctor Who game, which is very, very good and solid. If you're a World War II fan, there's Bolt Action. And they've done, SPQR, which is another miniature game that has been really, really interesting, as well as a lot of other different types of, they've done some samurai games, and I don't think they get, the minute this stuff comes in the miniature market, it's gone. Okay, so you take a look at their miniature line, they are pretty quick, and it does not stick around for long. I've gotten a ton of their stuff, and I've really enjoyed it. Dog even said, hey, yeah, you need to check that out with that big yawn. But definitely, it is a company that is very, very solid. And Warlord Games, look at all the different lines of miniatures and things like that that they have, and some of the fantastic things that they do. Now, if you're looking for rule sets and things to do with maybe some of the stuff that you do have, or are confused, as far as what you want to do, go to Osprey Games. Osprey Games has a number of books that are affordable that you can get in, and for all those miniatures that you may have, they put out some fantastic games such as Dracula in America, Frostgrave, Stargrave now. So there is a line of stuff that they have. You can either get the miniatures from North Star Games, or you can kind of go outside the box and just use your own stuff that you may already have, and fight out the battles that way for Frostgrave and Stargrave and some of the other things. But they also have a different line of books, all kinds of different books, written by some of the best minds in the business. Joseph McCullough, like I said, he has taken care of so many things with the Frostgrave series and some of the other series that he has created, as well as other artists. Even Ash from Guerrilla Miniatures has published a book, a rule set through Osprey. So all those miniatures that you may have, or just collecting dust somewhere in a closet, or unpainted, or just what do I do with these? There's a rule set for everything, from cyberpunk all the way to fantasy, historical, everything. Osprey Games does a fantastic job with their books. Even spaceships, I have all that Silent Death stuff and things like that, which are just fantastic. Go check out their rule set, because they have something for everything, and that's what makes them so great, is that the stuff that you already have, there's not a lot of cost to just go pick up a $20 book and have insto rules for something that you want to use, and the rules are always clean, well documented, and gone through with a fine tooth comb by our friends at Osprey, who do a fantastic job. Now, that's just some of the stuff that's out there. I mean, there are plenty of games out there, but I will tell you that these particular companies really stand out, and will give you plenty of stuff to do if you're looking for a new way to go. And I think I think until, you know, especially with these companies, if you say something, you are heard. Okay. I've had issues with Mantic in the past where their quality control wasn't the best. I've complained more or less, especially since, I would order stuff from Britain a long time ago, to be able to get the Mantic stuff because I was so fascinated in it. And, the Death Zone stuff was missing things. They've also put out a game called, there was Death Zone, and then, oh God, I can't, Dreadball. So, if you're a sports fan, it's a very interesting game. I was missing pieces for that. I wrote a note and received everything within a week or two, which was pretty impressive. So, these companies really want to make you happy. They want to do the right thing by you. And I suggest you give all of them a look, because they're all different and unique in their own way. And it might be something for you going forward. Especially all those people that wrote so many comments, which I like to thank so much for responding to a couple of videos that we've done and saying that, hey, we're done. And you could tell that people are exhausted, especially with everything in the world and the way they've been treated, that there are companies out there that do want to do their best and try to treat you right. So take a look at some of these companies and see if they're for you. Maybe they are. Now, maybe there's some companies that I missed, okay? Because I can only cover so many things in a certain amount of time, or else you guys just turn this off and this guy's just rambling. Please leave your comments below. I would love to see them, hear them, and share them with everybody else that watches this video. So until next time, it's your old pal Rob. See you soon.